Hello friends, in our last lecture we studied about tourism marketing environment, in which we studied about two components of it, that is micro or internal environment, macro or external environment. Today we are going to study about the scanning of this environment, that is analysis of this environment. So the topics which we are going to cover is analysis of tourism marketing environment, also known as scanning of tourism marketing environment. So first of all, let us start with analysis of tourism marketing environment introduction. These companies actually use marketing intelligence to determine the factors which are existing in the business environment and are directly or indirectly affecting the affairs of the company. Companies decide on what information it should collect. So, which information to collect through environment scanning. How to collect it, who will collect it, when to collect it, what should be the frequency of this collection, and first and foremost, what is the purpose? Why do we need to collect this information? What is the purpose? So, after deciding on these things, company goes for scanning of the environment to collect the data. Now, we need to understand here this thing that environmental scanning is actually an expensive process. Okay? It is expensive as well as it needs an expertise. Data collection, analysis, reaching to a sensible conclusion which is of use to the company, all these things are expensive and requires expertise. So whenever company is entering into data scanning or environmental scanning, not data scanning, environmental scanning or environment analysis, it should be very clear about the purpose so that it is going to collect only the relevant data and not that information which may not be of use but has actually wasted the waste the resources, financial resources and time resources of the company. So this clarity has to be there before starting the analysis of the market or the environmental scan. After collecting this data, company does its analysis to convert this data into a useful information so that this data becomes useful, and then this information is used for the planning purpose. What company needs to do now? How to withstand with the threats and challenges which are coming up in the market, how to use the opportunities and how to use the strength of the company. So company needs to actually analyze this data to get useful information out of it so that this information can be used wisely for doing the future planning or strategic planning of the company. Now, let me give you a very easy example of this, like Regional Connectivity Scheme of Government of India, which is also known as RCS, under which government has come up with UDAN scheme. The full form of UDAN scheme is Pure Desh Ka Aam Nagrik. UDAN scheme has different version, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 also has 5.01, 0.02, 0.03 like that. So and this, out of all these schemes, third is especially important because it is in collaboration with Ministry of Tourism. So when we look at all these schemes, because of these schemes, now those places which were not accessible earlier have become accessible. So all the TMCs, they are now trying to incorporate and make use of this new opportunity, that is better connectivity of all these destinations, to work in favor of them by curating new itineraries. So they have been curating new itineraries so that now they can make a use of this UDAN scheme. So that's how through environmental scanning actually the TMCs come to know that now these places, new places which are going to be get connected through Udan scheme, so they can make use of it to devise new itineraries. So that's how actually this is the importance of tourism marketing environment analysis. Now, what are other reasons for this, for which this can be done? We find attractive opportunities. I gave you example of Udan scheme. Then to overcome the weaknesses and minimizing the threats. Threat can be new company coming up. Weaknesses can be that lesser skilled workforce, or maybe workforce is changing, switching over very quickly. So these are all things companies come to know. Then what are environmental area which needs to be monitored? Okay, this is also they need to take care of, like new technological changes which are coming up, other companies which are adopting new production process, new distribution channels they are being using, or maybe communicating with for some other reasons. All these things they have environmental, they get to know through environmental scanning. Now they also need to know how to collect the information. Now next is they need to do environmental scanning to find out if any new company which is planning to enter into the same market. So if they see that there is a new company which is planning to enter into the same market, they have to come up with such product where they remain attractive to their existing customer base and can attract new customers also. Now, as they need to assess the areas where company needs improvement, like employee training, opening new sales offices, or any such thing, maybe more incorporation of IT, this kind of a thing. The TMCs also need to determine the areas that need to be monitored more frequently. Maybe risk, like in the last lecture I gave you example of low entry barriers. So it's a risky zone. New enterprises will keep on coming and keep on challenging your position in the market. Or it can be a new opportunity, which may come up, a new experiment which is going on, or it may be even the expertise which is not there, which company needs to be monitored frequently, so that actually they can maintain with this, or they can cope up with this weakness of theirs, that they are not missing out on their customers. So let us see what are the general approaches which are being used by the companies, travel management companies, to do environmental scanning. Some of the most common strategies are SWOT analysis, or which is also known as TWAS. Next is BCG, that is Boston Consulting Group Matrix. Next is GE-Kinsey Matrix, which is also called GE Matrix. Or last one is ETOP, not the last one. This is just few of the list which I have provided you. This is not the exhaustive list. You can refer to more in different books which I have provided you. And then ETOP. ETOP is Environmental Threat and Opportunity Profiling of the company. So these are few of the methods which companies frequently use to do environmental scanning. And this helps in identifying the areas where the opportunities exist and where actually improvements are required. So out of all these different methods, 4 methods which I have told you, one of the most common method which is being used by most of the TMCs is SWOT analysis. So today we will study SWOT analysis in detail. What is SWOT analysis? Out of all those 4 methods which I have told you for environmental scanning or analyzing the environment, one most importantly or commonly used method is SWOT analysis. SWOT is actually an abbreviation which stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Now, strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. These are those 4 areas wherein during the SWOT analysis, companies pay attention. Now, in this one, let us be very clear about this thing, that strength and weaknesses are 2 such areas which lie in the micro environment. Micro environment means those environment which are internal to the company, which are integrated in the company itself, while opportunities and threats are those areas which are in the macro environment, means external to the company. Now, if we look at strength, weaknesses, opportunities and threat, the entire environment is broadly categorized into two categories. First is internal, next is external. Now, in internal and external, any aspect which company is scanning or trying to find out its status can be either good or bad. So, if it is good, it is for the betterment of the company, it becomes positive. If it is not so good or not a strong aspect of the company, it becomes negative. So, all those components, all those areas, styles of working of the company in which are existing in the micro environment of the company or in the internal environment of the company or are the integral part of the company and company is good at, comes in strength. Similarly, all those areas which are internal to the company but company is not good at, means are negative, becomes weakness. Now, next is those aspects of the company which are existing in the external environment and company is good at, becomes opportunity, new thing which is coming up in the market, and threat in the external environment, not an integral part of the company but are affecting, but are existing in the external environment and not good, will become threat. So, strength, weaknesses, opportunity, threat. Now, if you look at it, threats and weaknesses are two such components which are negative, So, these are those two parts of the company. One is an integral part of the company, another one is not an integral part of the company existing in the macro environment, but those components which company needs to take care of more. So, they are more important because strength and opportunities are already those things which are in favor of the company. So, now there is a new philosophy which says that those parts which the company has to take care more, like weaknesses and threats, should be the first priority of the company and not strength and opportunities. So, now social scientists have started calling SWOT analysis as TOWAS analysis. Same words, threat, weaknesses, opportunity and strength. First emphasis or take care of threats which are coming up because they are those which can damage company more. Next is weakness. Work on the weaknesses so that company can actually, be strong. Then after covering up weaknesses and taking care of the threat, explore the opportunities and work on them. And then strengths are something which are already existing. So nowadays, social scientists are calling it, instead of SWOT analysis, TOWAS analysis. Now here we need to understand that companies always think about that out of this strength, weaknesses, opportunities and threat, whether the business should limit itself or the company should limit itself to the opportunities for which it is now, the opportunities which it already possesses, or it requires its strength and better opportunities. Company always take care of this thing, whether it should explore new opportunities which are coming up in the market or should more pile on its strength and use it. So these are certain, crucial strategic decisions which company needs to take. Now, it is also critically important to have interdepartmental working relationships. Means the different department of the company should work in conjunction and conducive atmosphere with a good relationship as part of the internal environment audit. It is through internal environment audit that the company comes to know about the strengths and weaknesses of the company. Now, when we talk about any characteristics, what do companies generally analyze in SWOT analysis? They explore about their customer base. What is their market share in terms of percentage, in terms of its financial value, worth? So they find out their customer base. They also find out their market position. Then they explore about their vulnerabilities. Okay, where company can be damaged by a changing technological environment or changing legal environment or a new threat in the market. So the vulnerabilities of the company. Then lack of new products. These all things company try to find out. Company also finds out what is the characteristics of its staff. Whether the staff generally stays with the company, leaves the company. Staff had good knowledge or not good knowledge. What is the academic status of the staff? What is the experience of the staff? What is the general attitude of the staff? What is their, preferred mode of, working with, communicating with their customer? So then they try to find out about the staff. Then they also explore what is their profit margin. What is the general profit margin at which the company is working? Okay. Then they also explore about their strategic alliances. What are their mergers and acquisitions? Fine. Lack of financial support or maybe financial supports. So these are few of the areas in which through environmental scanning, company tries or TNCs try to find out their general standing. Now we need to understand that these are few of the examples which I have given you here. It is not necessarily that they will lie into strength or weaknesses or opportunity or threat. We need to understand here if these are like customer base. Customer base is internal to the company, a part of the company in the internal environment. If company has a good customer base, a customer base which is not slipping out, a customer base which is loyal, which is good in market share, it becomes as a strength. But as well as at the same time, if the company is not having, good market base, its customers are not loyal, they are frequently purchasing other companies' similar products also, then it becomes their weakness. So same thing can be in strength as well as in weakness also. And what about instead of taking customer base, we take prospective customer base? Maybe a new segment is coming up, like we talk about with the emergence of this BPO market in India. After 12th, there are so many youngsters which start working immediately. So in that conditions, people, youngsters who are just 19 years or 20 years and doing their education through correspondence or open system, they are working and getting financial power for themselves, making good money. The moment they get money, they get a decision-making power also. And with this decision-making power, they can go ahead with purchasing those products which maybe, a couple of decades back, that generation was not having an opportunity. It becomes a new prospective market for company. It becomes a opportunity. So same customer base, prospective customer base may come into opportunity also. But when a company is having a chance of losing out its customer base to a new company which is expected to enter into the market, a prospective competition, it becomes a threat. So that way we need to understand here a couple of things very clearly. That when actually something which company is already having and company is good at, then it becomes a strength. When there is something, any point, which is an aspect which is existing, but company is not good at, it becomes weakness. When there is one aspect which may be emerging and company is targeting also, planning to target, it becomes an opportunity. And when another strength which is standing with the company same aspect, but a new competition is coming up and may target or may take a part of its strength, it becomes a threat. So when we look at strength, weaknesses, opportunities and threat, same aspect can stand in any of these four, any four sections, any of these four, part of SWOT, depending on the position or whether the company is good at it or not good at, whether the company is targeting or company is having a threat to lose it. So there is nothing like this component has to come in this section, in this matrix, or in this section, in this matrix. It simply depends where does the company stand on this, what is the position of company on that particular aspect. Now, when we talk about, couple of things, take certain examples which are very much existing and out of the control of the industry or company or even the government itself, like terrorist attack, some kind of natural disaster like tsunami, hurricanes, floods, earthquakes. These are few certain things which are outside the prerogative of any legal system, political system or industrial system. So these all come, most of these are not good, under threat, because they are not under the control of the entire industry, leave aside company. Okay. Now, like effect of 9/11, World Trade Center, it was a threat. After that, we all know that aviation industry has actually, got down. So it was a threat. Or you talk about 26/11 attack on Taj Hotel in Mumbai, in India. It was again a threat, after which people, there was a long duration during which people were not preferring to travel and not preferring to stay in big star category hotels. Where this particular aspect is standing, whether it is in the internal environment or in the external environment, then whether the company is good at it or not good at it, whether the company is about to lose it to another company or maybe just lose it because that section was having a purchasing power earlier but not any further, or whether it is coming up as a new prospective market, will actually decide where that particular aspect will lie in this matrix. Okay. So I hope I have cleared your concept of SWOT analysis. So today we have studied about why and how we should do environmental scanning, business environmental scanning, and then in detail about SWOT analysis. At the end of this lecture, I have given you couple of readings, couple of books. You can refer to any of these books to get further information and enhance your knowledge on this topic. Thank you.